Okay, so I think it's working now. I think it's working now. Bow, I think you're barking at yourself, buddy. Bow, I think you're barking at yourself, buddy. I'll turn that one down so he doesn't hear himself bark. Come outside, girls. Come on outside, ladies. It says there's 12 people watching. Give me thumbs up. No dogs in the garden. And I'm just coming to trim flowers, so. This straw plant right here, I'm gonna cut a bunch of it off and dry these flowers. This will encourage the plant to bloom more. It's such a beautiful plant. I've never had this type of flower before. Oh, hello. This is called a straw flower. I've never had one before, and I got two this year. I got a red one and a yellow one. The flowers feel like paper. I think those will make pretty dried flowers for inside the house. I have this net, and I'm going to dry the flowers in there. I'm going to pick a bunch of the flower heads, like my marigolds and stuff, and put them in there for drying. Good evening, Uncle Bob. I trimmed that thing because I want these for cut flowers. And I'm going to do some of my marigolds so I can start drying those heads for chicken feed and seeds for myself. I love these Incas, these marigolds. They smell really good. And the deer and stuff still don't, so that's good. How doing over there on the West Coast? Oh, broken one. I'll take that one too. That one looks okay still. Don't they get nice, pretty heads? You got a little rain? Just a tiny bit, huh? I I like that thing. I did ask Stephanie if I can show her garden. And when I show Stephanie's garden, I'm going to show you that solar dehydrator that Luke made. Luke even made the paint for it out of charcoal. They don't believe in any type of chemicals or, like, they need a new porch on their house. I got to put this down. I can't do all that together. So they need a new porch on their house. And he bought a sawmill a few years ago. So he's doing all the lumber for making their porch. And the discussion that they're having is how are they going to have a porch for, like, 20, 30 years without treating wood. Because they don't want that to saturate their ground. Okay. I can't even pronounce that word. Shashwamabin? Yeah, their garden is really neat the way they use a mound system, and they just come up with the neatest stuff and do so much research. I strive to be more like Stephanie. Japanese way of preserving with burning. Okay, I will tell him because Steph was kind of stressed about it. She's like, I don't want those chemicals. I'm going in the house so I can write it down. I've got a list of stuff. Okay. I'll be right back. I gotta write that down. Get a piece of paper. I'll write it down. He'll figure it out. I keep a list of, like, different people's channels and stuff. Let's see. SHOUSUGIBAN. I will tell him. Okay, since my stress is over for today, we're gonna laugh about what happened to me this morning. I get up and I should have been paid today. And I'm actually missing pay all the way to the middle of May. And I had that much given to me today. So I was a little frustrated. Then I decide, quit being frustrated, just go to work. Clock in, do your job, come home. I go outside, I start my car this morning, and I shut the door. And I'll be damned if the car did not lock. My car's running. I have a spare key. Spare key wouldn't open the door. And by that time, I'm like, all right, I'm getting ready to be pretty mad. I called Luke. I said, Luke, I need help with my car. He said, Mila, I can't help you. I don't have the right tool. And he said, and I don't want to try to break into it in case I break a window. And I'm thinking, well, at this point, I'd take a hammer and just bust that window and I'd be happy. So then I called Joe. Joe tells me the same thing. I'm like, well, crud. But Joe goes, Mila, call a locksmith. And I'm thinking, how am I supposed to call a locksmith? I haven't been paid in a while. And my other bank account is like at zero, really stressing. So then I called somebody else. I'm like, well, I need help. My car is running. The keys are locked in it. And this person works night shift. And he was like, well, I'm really tired. I said, but, and I started that. I was just panicking. You know, the car's running. I got little gas in it. I need to be at work. I didn't get paid. I was kind of stressed. So he could hear it and he goes, I'll be right over there. So he comes over and we pry like the top of the door enough we could get a coat hanger in there. Well, then he's frustrated because he couldn't get it to unlock. The unlock is on the side of the door. And he was out there kind of growling. And I was like, oh, Will. I said, do you think maybe you could push down on the window? You know, get the window to roll down? He's like, he just kind of looked at me like, I should have thought of that. So he's doing it and he's like, dang, are your windows locked? What the heck? And I'm like, I don't know, Will. And I'm trying to remain calm so he doesn't get upset. And he keeps trying and he keeps trying. And I looked over and he had rolled the passenger window down. I just looked at him. I tapped him on the shoulder. I'm kind of short. He's real tall. Tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, Will, the back passenger's windows rolled down. I think I can go unlock the car now. He looked at me and pats me on the head and he's done this the whole time I've known him. Pats me on the head and he's like, it's okay, Smalls, I got you. And he gathers up his stuff and he leaves. So that was my morning. I'm glad it's over. Our police department and our fire department will not do it. Our fire departments are all volunteers, so they won't do it. And our police department, they won't do it, even if your car's running, unless you have a kid or a dog in there. Then they'll do it. But if you're just dumb, and I don't know how that happened. I don't know how the car locked with the keys in the ignition. It's not supposed to do that. Well, my payroll company kind of sucks. And I called them today and I was nice and we worked through all of it. But they updated the app system and it's all billed through Medicare. So if the government can drag their feet, they're going to drag their feet. And apparently, if I work 1 minute over my scheduled shift, it has to be approved now. And that's not good because some days I have to work over and there's no way to get approval until later, like later on in the week and stuff, but I can't get immediate approval. And that's one of those computer things. I have a payroll company that is contracted through the home health care agency that I am subcontracted through. Oh, thank you, Cajun. I don't know why they won't come out when your car is running. Maybe they know I know criminals. I don't know. This chicken that I gave the chicks to, she's doing really good with them. She had them out and about today. It's okay, ducks. Why do you guys just... Yeah, about work? I know. I'm so frustrated with all of that. There she is. Look, she's got them out. And she's got 3 of them out. Oh, there's 4. Where's 5? This payroll company, when I first started, like 7, 8 years ago, the first 5 months I worked, I never got a paycheck right. Never. And then for years, everything was just fine. Then they started adding in all these third party. There's no reason to have a payroll. To me, it's a waste of money the way they do it. I know. The ducks are huge, aren't they? They're only 3 weeks old. They really grow fast compared to the chickens, I think. Oh, Goldie, what was that about? And when I started with that company, I used to tell them, that's not legal. You can't have people working for you and not pay them. Well, we give back pay. We'll give you your back pay. Some of my checks would be enough to put gas in my car. It was so frustrating. Isn't she being good? Now, she's the first Orpington I've ever done this with. My Silky hen, Annie, I've done it probably 6 or 7 different times with her, and she always accepts them. So it seems like it works out. I do know that those eggs have to be close to like hatching time for them to accept them. Or at least that's my opinion. There's Annie back there. And those 2 Silkies, remember they fought? But they hatched these guys. And they've worked pretty good together, keeping everybody kind of rounded up. I've noticed that their chicks are starting to wander quite a bit. No, she's got to be broody before she'll take them. I paid a lot of money for that bird, $90, and I think she was worth it because she's raised a lot of babies for me. That duck wants to come over here to the water. That one is so cool looking. One right there, the furthest back one. It's neat looking. Well, Annie actually comes from show quality. The kids show them at the fairs and stuff like that. She's been worth it. I actually bought 3 silky hens at that price, but the fox got the other 2. That's a pile of ducks. Oh, there goes Breeze's day. I just shot a gun over there. So I've been doing research on turkeys. I won't add them this year, but I think I want to next year. Is one of yours a bourbon red? Oh, a cougar? Oh, that's scary. Do they have LGDs? Good job, Goldie. Yes, ma'am. They look good. Oh, they got donkeys? You think they do as good a job? I've heard llamas are really good too. Or am I thinking of an alpaca? No, I think it's llamas are supposed to be pretty good watchdogs too. I'd love to have a donkey. The people that live across the street from Stephanie, they've got mini donkeys, and they had some babies born this year. I don't have enough room for stuff like that. Bob, what you doing? They'll still attack a cat. I'd be scared to have a cougar around. That's why there's a place here, it's called Sister's Farm, and they have the most beautiful walking trails. But about, I don't know, year and a half ago, I was walking, and we went up an incline, and we came down, and all the ferns and stuff are just huge there. And the dogs pulled at the bottom of this little ravine really hard to go to my left. And there was the back hawk of a deer there. And that kill wasn't very old. I mean, the blood was not, you could just tell it hadn't been there very long. It made me nervous because coyotes aren't big enough, I don't believe, to drag something like that. And I think they would have trampled more of the foliage. So in my mind, which I know there's cougar in that area, it was either a wolf or a cougar. Could have been a bear. But I didn't, I was thinking more it was a wolf or a cougar, and I just wanted to get out of there. Because I just felt like I was being watched. So I don't go over there and walk anymore, and people do report they see cougar over there. No, it wasn't. It was just underneath the really tall fern ponds. It was pulled off the path and it was covered, but not like they had dug to cover it. It was like they just pulled it underneath the brush. Well, it was definitely hiding it. I don't know if I'd call it buried, but yeah, that's what I thought. And I thought, well, man, I got 3 dogs. And Trixie, that little Pomeranian, man, she is bold. If she sees something like that, she thinks she's bigger than Bowser. And I'd be afraid to get caught up with an animal like that and my 3 dogs. Because no matter what, I'm going to try to protect my dogs. And I don't know if I could just let go of the leash and let Bowser go at it. Ah, so a wolf will leave it where it landed too? See, that's what I thought about coyotes. I thought, why would a coyote or a pack, pull it this far? I thought it was a cat. Or it's just scary. Because I don't carry when I go out and walk, there's kids around and you never know who you'll meet on those trails. I've never met a scary person, but I've been scared out there a couple of times. I got lost out there years ago. I was out with a whole different set of dogs. It was years ago. I got lost out there. I let the dogs just go on deer trails. And it started snowing and it had gotten cold. That's when I started carrying a phone with me so I could at least call somebody. You guys want to come outside? Come on, brothers. Come on, Breeze. You want to come out, honey? Come on out. Oh, not today? Come on, sweetie. Come on, girl. No? Well, go ahead and lay down then, Mama. I'm going to shut the door. Oh, come on. Come on, sweetie. The goats aren't out, just the chickens. Come on. Come on, sweetie. Oh, I hate having to bribe her so much. Come on. There you go, love. It's all right. Oh, you heard. I know you heard it, girl. I heard it too, but you're okay. Look at Moo. She's getting big. She heard that gun a little while ago, and she can't settle down. Thunder, guns, firecrackers. She loses her ever-loving mind. And I learned that they are contributing, dogs not being able, look at her, not able to process that noise from spade and neutering. I don't know how they ever came up with that, but they're saying that dogs because this developed years after she was fixed. It's got to do with their hormones. I mean, she just shakes and quivers. I feel bad for her. It's all right, Mama. It's all right. Nothing can get you. You're safe. You're safe, baby. That's my girl. Yeah, you're safe, sweetie. I know. Do you want to go back in the house so you can lay down? You just want to hide? Your dog is the same way? I hate to see her in distress like that, and it just seems to get worse. Stella, you all right, lady? I saw you. You kind of tripped through you more or less fell through the fence. What you doing, Stella? In the last few years, I've learned a lot about spaying and neutering and how it's actually not to the animal's benefit. They tell us all the time, oh, it's to prevent cancer, it's to prevent this, and it actually doesn't prevent any of that. I like to do it because I don't believe in overpopulation, but with Bowser, all my other big guys have ended up with hip problems in their older age. And I found out that if you wait to neuter or spay a big dog like him until they're about 2, maybe 3 years old, then then they won't develop the hip issue. It's all right, Mama. It's okay. And when I started with Bowser's vet, the lady that spayed him or neutered him, she was pushing me to have him done by the time he was 6 or 7 months old. And she kept telling me that it was so he wouldn't wander. And I told her, I said, look, I get your point. Males will wander. I said, but I have a fully fenced yard. And he's going to have to prove to me that he's going to be that bad, you know, before I neuter him that early. Because I just felt like that might be the best route to go with him. And I've noticed that his neutering a little bit different than like the younger males that I did. The younger males just like adapted really well. Bowser almost went through what I would call like a depression. Haha, I know he lost his nuts. But no, it was more like just hormones in his body. It seemed to take longer for him to get back to himself. I'm kind of wishing I wouldn't have neutered him. I should have just left him alone. But he has calmed down, but he's also aged. I see she doesn't like the noise, but she'll go do her job. I've heard that about hunting dogs. Nick and his brothers had hunting dogs and nobody was ever fixed. They didn't believe in doing it. They said that it would ruin them. They wouldn't hunt as good as they should. Oh, that's cute. Joe's got a little, Jack Russell Terrier. He adopted her not long ago. That little dog is all over the rabbits and squirrels at his place. He's so proud of her for that. That one will bark at squirrels. That one will bark at squirrels. That one has killed a squirrel for me. Well, not for me, but in the yard. And it shocked me. I mean, that thing is, and she's got a bad haircut. But that thing's only 6 pounds. Yes, ma'am. Look at that. That's the first duckling that was hatched. It's huge, isn't it? Oh, Mama, you had to call them all, huh? They didn't know where they were. Go eat some of my grass for me. I don't want them all. It's getting kind of tall. Ooh, what kind of dog is it? A little terrier? I hate when the cats bring something in the house that's alive. I had Jasper brought a snake in once, and Ivy's brought in a mouse. I can handle the mouse. The snake, I didn't appreciate that. And he didn't appreciate me catching his prize and taking it either. He was sure proud of that. Ah, that's why. It's got Dotson in him. I think I want a Chihuahua. One day, I think I'd like to get a little Chihuahua. It's okay, sweetheart. It's all right, honey. See, there's no noise. It's nice and peaceful. You can hear birds. It's all right. Moo, what you doing, girl? She's discovered heights. She's been getting up there. She's doing good, but she's drinking all my milk. Isn't she, honey? I'm not getting no milk. Maybelline looks so thin. Hi, chick. How are you? Come here, girl. No. No, I'm not letting you out. Not till later tonight. I'll let you out later, okay? I promise. I'm good. I'm much better than I was earlier today. It's nice to be home, get to hang out with. Hey, honey. Would you like to go in? I can let you go in if you want, honey. You just seem so stressed. It's all right, love. When the 4th of July comes and New Year's, I'll give her CBD. But when the neighbors just randomly shoot, I can't help her. Oh, are the ducks by your baby? She won't take it. See, Breeze is smart. If I try to give it to her a couple days in a row, whatever I put it on, she will, like the second or third day, she's like, no, no, thank you. I think they realize it kind of makes them feel funny. I have a liquid now, and I put it on a cookie. I tried a hot dog. That wasn't smart. That didn't work out. Okay, the other day I did a live. It was 2 days ago. I did a live. Can anyone tell me why that It started processing on my phone, then it just disappeared, like I never did it. When I went today to start this live, it said, when I used this phone to like look at messages and stuff, it said that it was a live that started 2 days ago. That's just weird. I'm almost at my 1 year mark. I think August is my 1 year mark. I am not going to stress about my channel being monetized. I'm not worried about that. I'm more happy that I've met people that I've, in the community to have a good... No, it didn't ask me if I wanted to continue the previous live. It just showed up as 2 days ago at the bottom. But it was, you could see currently what was going on. So it wasn't like it was the rain the other day. It was what was happening now. So I'm just not going to stress about trying to get it monetized. I don't think it's really worth the hassle. I just want to have the community. I want to meet more people and learn and maybe share information where someone can learn from me. I think that that's more important. Yeah, it's a weird glitch. But that's the attitude I'm going to take from now on. Instead of trying to really stress about it being monetized. Seems like people go through an awful lot of stress for $100. And I was told that I needed to do like 6 hours of lives a day, 3 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. I don't have 6 hours a day. Wait a minute. So the watch hours don't go away after a year? Yes, please. I don't know if y'all... She's so cute out there. She's really gotten tall. Okay, let me step into the shade so I can read better. Say you started... Okay, okay. See, I don't believe I went live for probably 4 to 6 months after I had started. I started doing lives, let's see, it would have been August, let's see, August, September, October, November. I think I started doing lives like December or so, because it was the dead of winter when I started doing them. So it's not from the first time you posted a video. It's from your first live. Okay. You know, I can put this one here and read the other. Okay. When you went live July 20th, got 8 watch hours. July 20th, 8 watch hours drop off. Okay. I think I get it. Now, on a watch hour, does it take 10 hours to be credited for 1 hour of watch time? Okay. Well, that takes a lot of pressure off of it. I didn't ever want it to be stressful. I always wanted this to be fun, and I've gotten to where I'm a little just frustrated. And it should just be fun sharing the animals and learning. You shouldn't feel stress about it. I don't believe. I think people put way too much emphasis on what they're getting back from it, whether it be people who join and leave comments. You know, I've always said if one person came to my live, it was successful. Oh, okay. So they hold the hours for 5 days to make sure. Okay. I mean, I've never even really had, I've had some, I guess, not really rude comments, but people that simply don't understand how homesteaders live and the mentality of it. It's definitely not a lifestyle for everybody. And it's not easy and it's not glamorous. Half the time I got poo on my clothes and stains. And today, after going for a walk, Lori went with me and she starts pulling leaves and sticks out of my hair. I mean, that's just part of homesteading. It's okay. AI validation. We're not allowed to use AI, are we? I have for like my posts that I make, like the cute little dogs and stuff. I've used AI for that. But I don't even know how to edit or anything. It's just all raw. You can, but minimal. There you are, Big Bob. What's you doing, buddy? Stephanie made me goat cheese. Well, she made goat cheese and she gave me some. It wasn't just for me. And she made yogurt and stuff. I watched a lady the other day make yogurt in her crock pot. I thought that would be pretty simple. I didn't realize you needed a yogurt starter like you do for sourdough bread and stuff. In about 3 days, I bet I'll get my first zucchini. So, I'm going to ask you about turkeys because I really want to add turkeys. Do you guys have a bourbon red and a white breasted? Is that what y'all have? Instapot makes the best yogurt. That's what I was told too. Don't do any more chicken cams and don't, because people weren't being accredited for the hours. I think there's a lot of information out there and it's easy to get confused on your information, but that's why I think it's good to ask more questions, and because people have opinions about what they've learned too, and that can be helpful or not so useful. Oh, little Trixie. I'm getting better at giving you haircuts, girl. Yes, I am. You don't look quite so bad. It's still a bad haircut. I'm glad you don't judge me on it. Glad you don't. Yeah, you don't care. I don't know why it said Instapot, but I don't think you want to put them in the Instapot yet. Cackle Hatchery is a good place that I was looking at chicks. I don't know if they're out of Missouri. I've ordered from them before and I like them. I was looking yesterday because I'd like to order some turkeys. I'm a little nervous about it because of the blackhead disease, but I'm just gonna try it. Honey, what is that? What you got on your ear? You got a sore on your ear. How'd you do that? How did you do that? I was looking at Royal Palms is what I'd like to have. Are the breeds that you got, do they go broody? I'm interested in getting like a trio that would possibly raise their own babies. From Ideal Poultry. I bet Cackle would ship to y'all. There were a couple of places in Wisconsin that bred, but they were really, really far away. I could always get them at the feed stores, but they always get the white-breasted, both feed stores. And that's just a meat bird, right? Oh. Huh. I didn't. So, does that mean any of them that say broad-breasted that they don't breed? When I was looking on Cackle Hatchery, there was only a couple of breeds. What was the other one? Royal Palm and... It started with a T. It's kind of a funny name. Tarr, or is it TASS? Something like that. Said that they were broody too. Huh. So that's bad that we have bred that completely out of them, that we have to artificially inseminate them. Huh. I had no idea about that. So I mean, we have big turkey houses around here. The Toms don't service the ladies, huh? Huh. Well, I wouldn't want that job. I'm gonna warm my coffee up. I hear it. Yeah, I hear the sirens. You want to go in, chicks? You better stay in then. Huh. Huh. Well, I'll definitely have to not buy them from the feed store. Get excited. Oh, they got turkeys. I thought about it the other day. They got a big tank of turkeys over there. I start at the mini golf tomorrow. The Royal Palms that I'm looking at, they're heritage. Okay. So, like, if I go to a swap meet and stuff too, definitely ask that question. Because sometimes you can find stuff at the swaps. I don't think I've ever seen turkeys at the swap. Lots of guinea, lots of chickens, ducks, geese, and quail. Lots of quail. Well, I'll definitely be searching for heritage breed turkeys. I think bourbon reds are heritage because I thought their plumage was really nice. It is. I think they're nice looking birds, the bourbons. The Royal Palms are white and black. So are you going to go back and try to get heritage breeds turkeys? If it's a meat bird, is it like chickens? They get oversized and they just don't do well physically? So their lifespan's not very long? Oh, but I'm glad you're hanging out with me. They can live longer than... Okay, that's cool. No, I'd really like to add them. I think that'd be fun to have. Plus good food. That's something I have a hard time answering when people ask me, what are you going to do with all the ducks? I'm like, they go to freezer. There's one I might keep if it's a hen. If not, then nope, can't keep him. I like my Drake Bob. I don't want to replace him. I met a woman and she's got hundreds of chickens and she only has one duck. And I just kind of looked at her and I was like, you know they're supposed to have friends. And then she was like, well, I was told that a male duck could kill my chickens. I said, absolutely he could. And she goes, well, it is a drake. She said, and he's really bothering my chickens. And I said, well, you need to do something with him or buy him some ladies. You goofball. You're such a silly dog. Have you ever had quail? Yeah, exactly. You've got to. I think a lot of people get excited about homesteading and they just want to add and add and add, and they don't realize that that's probably the quickest way to fail at this. I had chickens and then I did meat rabbits. Then I added in my ducks. I wanted to go slow so one, I could gain knowledge about each species that I'm bringing in and have a stable setup and environment for them. My goats were the last things I added. And I'm glad I didn't start with goats. I'm glad I started with the gateway, the chickens. Agree. Agree that too there are people, ladies around here, and chicken math is it happens. It's a real thing, chicken math. And I meet people and the ladies are like, "Oh, I live in town and I've got 45 hens." Why? What kind of environment? And then you go and you meet these people and you go and you're like, "Oh, poor chickens, you guys don't even have a little bit of room. They're all crammed together." I try not to give people my opinions, but I met one lady and I looked at her and I said, you need to get rid of some of these birds. It's actually the lady that gave me those two roosters. They live beside a trailer court on a highway, and her birds, and I mean, she just doesn't have, she's got hundreds of birds, hundreds. Between all the species that she's got, there's hundreds of birds there. They're in the highway. People hit them. When I was working at the greenhouse, that trailer court is owned by my boss. They're putting in new fiber optic lines, and the men that were doing construction had to come down and ask my boss to have her lock up all those birds because the geese were attacking them. So when I went over there this early spring to pick up those two birds, I'm like, Shannon, you know, where's your coop? Let me see your coop. I don't have a coop. I said, what do you mean you don't have a coop? All her birds, even in the dead of winter, they're sleeping in the pine trees or underneath the pine trees. She's got a little metal building that's probably half the size of my goat barn. I think it's sad. I do. I don't think I think the animals are mistreated. That bothers me that those chickens and those ducks and the geese and stuff don't even have a house. And when I was there, they have a old beat up camper that's bigger than the one that I have that sits in their front yard. I said, Shannon, why don't you use that for a chicken coop? Well, I want to, but my husband uses it sometimes to go hunting. I said, sometimes or every time? And she said, just sometimes, and he won't let me use it. And I was looking at it, and I mean, that thing looks just as rough as mine does. You can tell that that's road worthy or camping worthy. I just thought it was sad. It's a lot of animals that, she doesn't even have poles or anything for her ducks. And if I'm not mistaken, Muscovies are the only ones that you can kind of get away with that. But she's got turkeys, she's got ducks, she's got geese, she's got chickens. And that's what you mean by hoarding. I think with Shannon, I think she started with a couple and just added and added and added. And with speaking with her, I don't feel like she's knowledgeable of everything that she has there. I don't know anything about quail. I'm going back up and reading. I don't really know anything about quail other than their eggs are highly sought after, especially for the dog food. People that want to feed raw for their dogs. I've only seen them put in cages. Yeah, I've never seen a natural habitat for them. I've heard they're good food. And their eggs are beautiful. When I go to the swap meets, I always look at them. They're really pretty eggs. They're little. I want to ask you a question. I went to the swap meets and I kept thinking, why do all these people have guinea pigs? And I mean, lots of people sell guinea pigs. I was like, oh, well, they must just sell them for pets. I was walking by a table and they had recipes laid out. It was for guinea pigs. I didn't know that people ate guinea pigs. But then again, people have the same attitude about my rabbits. And ever since I've seen that, I've been curious. Have you ever tried one? What I got told was it tastes like chicken. Exactly. Even like rabbits here, you go to other countries and rabbit is one of their primary meats. You'd try it? I think I'd try it. You got to try stuff at least once. But I don't think I could raise guinea pigs for that. I have a hard enough time when I have to process my rabbits. So when you get goats, are you going to use like the little bucks for meat? I don't know if the breeds that I have, it would even be worth the bother. I myself couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I would maybe take them to the Amish. What do you think about mine though? They're a little little for that, aren't they? When I was a kid, I ate a lot of goat meat. I think it makes the best burritos and roasts. It's really peaceful right now. There's no cars driving by. Oh, you want Nigerians too? Nala's great. Maybelline is 3/4 Nigerian and a quarter fainter. No, wait. Yeah, that's how it would be because her mother is half and half. And then her mother was bred with a pure Nigerian. But Mumu, the buck I used, is fainter and Nigerian. And Maybelline definitely grew a lot faster than Nala is. It is, and like if Nala's in my way and stuff, I can just pick her up and carry her. They're friendly, super friendly. Stephanie was talking about getting rid of Nala's mom. And I told her, I said, if you want to get rid of Nairobi, you make sure I'm the first person you call. I love that goat. She's so sweet and calm and has never caused Stephanie any trouble. Nala's never caused me any trouble. Yep. And Nairobi is one of Stephanie's best milkers. This is something that I talked to Stephanie about this year, and she told me that I shouldn't. But I'd like to have different blood than just her buck. No, Nairobi's 4, I think. She was talking about getting rid of her because she's been breeding the same buck. And that's what I'm kind of getting to. I think I'd like to get a little buck. I know they're stinky, but what draws me back is I'm limited on space. I just don't have a lot of room. And if I were to bring a buck, that, I really feel 4 goats is my capacity. But, my buck couldn't even live with my ladies. I'd have to put him someplace else. Like over here in this part of the yard. But I really am kind of interested in having my own little buck. Yeah, it would need to be 2 bucks, wouldn't it? Jim doesn't have one. Stephanie has her buck pinned off right next to his ladies. Couldn't Bowser just be his companion? But that's what Stephanie does. She just has him, he's got his own really nice paddock in his own little, he's got an awesome house. It's an A-frame house. It's really neat. Jim's got a nice dwelling. Luke did a really good job building that for Stephanie. And that's a want. You have to go slow so you don't get overwhelmed. Them 2 girls sleeping together. That's so sweet. It could be a matter of the buck's temperament. Jim is really a good buck. He's really calm. He's good with people. He's not super skittish. He's skittish of Leo, but Leo's just a little kid. Lots of animals are a little more skittish of little kids. I like Jim a lot. I think he's really a cool goat. A few years ago, every September, Stephanie and Luke go to it's a big foraging thing they have in the state. And they have cooking competitions and all kinds of different little classes and stuff. And I take care of her place. I got there one morning and Jim had gotten stuck in the fence. And he was down. When I got no movement, I was so scared that buck was dead. And he was so calm and patient with me while I cut him out of the fence. He was trying to forage and got his horn stuck. But he was so good with me. I don't know how long he'd been stuck though. He didn't act exhausted when I let him up. You know, he shook it off and went and ate and got a big drink. But I was preparing for a fight. I thought, oh no, he's going to fight me trying to get him out of that fence. Because he was stuck good. So that's my opinion on that. I think it depends on the buck. Get a bottle fed baby. Hi Neil, how are you? I'm good. It's a good day. Yeah. That's what I thought. Get a bottle babied buck and I would never have any issues with him. It's just a thought. we'll see. But I don't want to breed Moo Moo to Jim. I'll use Jim, I think, for Nala. Unless I, like fall in love with a buck somewhere. See, what Stephanie was thinking of doing was getting rid of Jim. Because Jim is the father of too many offspring. So she wanted to, get a new buck, but after careful consideration, she decided that she couldn't get rid of him because he's an older goat. And he's such a good goat. She's like, I just don't want to get rid of him. She wants to find other people like us that have a buck that will lend him out, like happened for Maybelline and Nala. She borrowed somebody's buck. But people are kind of funny. They want him to have all those shots. They want him to be registered. Or she ran into some complications when she wanted to breed last fall with finding, someone that would let her borrow. The people that she had borrowed a buck from no longer have their goats. Well, Neil, it's easy to go fishing. I think somebody should take you hunting. But I think you could probably fish all by yourself. And if you want to know how to farm and grow a garden, start with a tomato plant and some marigolds. That's the best way to start. And have no expectations of anything being perfect or producing. Always smart to do research, to know what you're getting yourself into. This is what he's like all the time now. Just so calm. But he's always facing the neighbors. He's just waiting for them to move over there. Hey, Bob, leave her alone. Leave Babs alone. He's been chasing her around all day. I think fishing you could probably start pretty inexpensive. Well, maybe I need to bite back my words. You can go inexpensive if that's what you choose. I think there's a lot of expensive gimmicks out there for fishing. Thank you, Neil. They love to be out and about doing what animals do best. Do try it. If you want to do it, definitely do it. And I am this type of person. If I want to do something, I will go do it by myself. I don't wait for people to say they're going to come with me. Enjoy doing things and making memories. Sometimes if you wait for other people to go with you, you'll never have that memory. You'll never learn to enjoy something. I don't fish, but I love to go. I really miss that. Something that used to bother me, I'd be like, would you shut up with that duck call? Tired of listening to that thing. I don't want to hear that grunt anymore. Would you just stop? Now it's something I wished I could hear that in my house. Don't wash those orange clothes. They need to stink. See how different the ducks are in foraging? They don't scratch things up and tear things up. They more like waddle through it. There's a lady that I watch, and she, her garden is a lot like mine, and she lets her ducks in there every day to keep the grass down and eat the slugs and stuff. They never bother her plants. I water today, which shocks me. We've had so much rain, but because everything's in pots, it dries out fast. Hey, Dot. wow, I got 8 thumbs up. That's pretty cool. That's good. I didn't even realize that, Bobo. What you doing, Stella? Stella is 7 years old and she laid an egg yesterday. Huh, Stella? I'll be danged. I have surpassed the hour-and-a-half mark without it trying to reconnect. Hi, Donna. I saw a video with your guys' coachings. That's what they'll look like. Big fluffy lady, huh? Donna, you're beautiful. Did you know that? She's just so graceful in the yard. Moo over there playing on the tire. Yes, Stella? What you doing, frizzy thing? Okay, you guys are chatting. I did jinx myself because it just did that. It just glitched out. Neil, if you have a little girl, take her fishing. I don't fish because when I was a little girl, my daddy would promise me all the time that I could go on these yearly fishing trips that he had. Now that I'm an adult, I understand why. Kids don't belong out with the men while they're drinking and fishing. But anyway, take her fishing. I don't know where you live, but here in Wisconsin, sometimes you can call the Knights of Columbus and also your fishery and wildlife. We call it DNR. Sometimes you can call them and they have donated fishing items that you can use or have. Try calling those places. The Knights of Columbus. I think everybody has Knights of Columbus. And your DNR. I'm not sure what your fishery and wildlife would be called. Yeah, I agree. Great bonding time. Not long ago, Leo, he's my friend's little boy, they took him trout fishing and he caught a trout. He caught the biggest trout that day. And he was so excited. And just to tell the story about it was really neat to see him so excited and happy. What is another? I'm trying to think what that sign. There's a sign that I read all the time, and there's a lot of places around here, bring your kid fishing at this pond. WRA. Well, that would be Wisconsin, I think. I think that would be the Wisconsin Rifle Association. And there's a big hunting store, Cabela's, that does a lot of things for kids and fishing. My brother owns a clothing company for fishing clothes. My family, they're all big fishing people except me. It's Cabela's, right? Yeah, Cabela's. I think they're nationwide. I know the store that's closest here is over in the cities, Minneapolis. It's called Clark Clothing Company. I have hoodies and hats and stuff from him. I thought Cabela's did a lot of that. Classes and donations. It's so cute when they tuck down like that. What's everybody having for dinner tonight? I need some suggestions. One of my brother's sayings is, I'm surrounded by ice holes. I had to get a hoodie that said that. And when I was home a couple years ago, that's when I got that hoodie. He had all these girly colors, pinks and purples and stuff. I looked at him, I said, I need a blaze orange one. He looked at me kind of funny. He was like, what? I said, I want that in blaze orange. I said, so I can wear that most of the winter when I'm out walking and it's some kind of hunting season. He was like, are you serious? You're really going to wear that? I was like, absolutely. I wear that thing almost all winter long when I'm out on my walks and stuff. I think that's funny. I'm surrounded by ice holes. Neil, that's research that you'd have to do. You'd have to, get on Google and Google your local Cabela's, Google your local Knights of Columbus, and Google your local fishery and wildlife foundations. Um, that's how you'd have to find them because they don't have good old-fashioned phone books anymore. I mean, shoot, I think you could even go to like Walmart and pick up a kid's pole for like, I don't know. I really don't know. I wouldn't say they'd be that much, but sometimes even $5 is too much for people. Also, a place that I see people that have things to sell or give away is Craigslist. Oh, it did destroy all the phone books and payphones. Whew, something fell on the roof. Had to be a branch. Craigslist is operational here. I think it is nationwide because I've looked up things in Colorado. I search it on the regular because lots of people will give away building materials and insulation or roofing materials, or I got a beautiful kitchen table for free. I scope out Craigslist. I am careful and I always take somebody with me, and if I can, I will meet in public. Clark Clothing Company. Hmm. I think it should be clarkclothingcompany.com. When I ordered that, where did it come? Clark Fishing Clothing. There you go. That's my baby brother and his wife and his babies. I'm so excited to go home and see my nieces and my nephews and see my family, but I love to see the kids. My sister's little boy is just absolutely fascinated with me when I go home. It makes me feel good. He dotes on me. And my brother's kids are getting older. I think my oldest niece is 11. And then my nephew would be 10. No, she would be 12. So that, that's getting to where she won't want to pay attention or be around me. She'll have better things to do. You're babysitting your nieces and nephews and send them to me. Oh, he's got ball caps too. I know he does because I have some. I think it's neat how the different pictures are like the different scales of fish. The ducks and the chickens do a better job at keeping the yard short than the goats do. They really, even when I let them out, they just don't really forage much. I know they're more, let's get what's up in the air, but you'd think that they'd want to take after all that nice fresh grass. I didn't think I'd have to mow yard when I got them. Oh, thank you. He would appreciate that. I know he struggles with that company. If I ever were to get monetized, maybe I could help him and sell stuff on my site. I don't know if you can do that. It's just a thought. I can post it. So that's nothing I could get in trouble with, like copyright. I mean, I'm sure my brother would give me permission, but that's what I understand, Neil. No, I would love to help him. Maybelline, it's almost dinner time, lady. Ah, okay. Now watch out, honey. Good job, bud. I'll be right back. I gotta get chicken feed. You gonna come out? Oh, yeah. You knew what I went in for, huh, Cindy? You guys coming with? Huh? Let's go get you fed. You coming? Susie, what you doing in bed, girl? It's not bedtime. I've delayed feeding them because the sun's staying up later and they're out longer. They don't understand that. There you go. There you go, guys. Everybody all right now? Okay. You okay, little peepers? I think you're all right. No, no, no. Y'all can stay in here. You don't need to follow me. I gave out the goods already. Just stay in here. It's not time yet, ladies. You guys got about an hour. Y'all want to come outside? Okay. Now I'm reading what y'all put. Hmm. The ducks and stuff. Some of the problem is, Neil, is I live in Wisconsin. He lives in Colorado. The only thing I have is, you know, what I have. But I am going to Colorado in August. I guarantee you I could talk him into showing off his stuff then. And that would be me and him together. So I don't think there could be any type of issue with that. The only thing I wouldn't want to happen is for them to, like, suspend my channel or something. Hold up. I'll be right back. Okay. Well, geez. Let's see. Yes, ma'am. You're so... Go, girl. Can I help you, sir? What would you like? My hands have nothing in them. There's not a treat. There's no dinner. There's no leaves. There's no sticks. Oh my goodness. But they're not petting you. Is that the deal? They're not giving you good pets? Huh. Hold on. I thought I heard a little cheep going. Finally on the phone. You know those little chicks down there. They can be loud. You just... Okay, you pest. Pet you, huh? Moo Moo's over here raising Cain. I'm gonna let them out. Just so they can run around. And I have fixed my rabbit, so I'm pretty confident that Maybelline can't get in there anymore. And I fixed the front gate, so they can't eat my flowers, and they can't get out, and Bao can't get out anymore. You, Moo Moo, what you doing, girl? Hey. Hi, sweetie. Come on, ladies. You can come on out. You want to stretch your legs? Come on. Come on, Moo Moo. Oh. Bowser, gentle. Okay. Hi, Mama. Hey, Nala, what you doing, girl? What you doing, girl? Hi. You're so cute. Yeah, you're really sweet. You're such a sweet goat. Oh, get to the edge. Yes, I actually think I might be able to milk you tonight, huh? Okay, Neil. She's turning out pretty cute, isn't she? Yes, Nala. What you doing, girl? She's like a little dog. Nala is. She'll get up on my lap. Watch. You gonna get on my lap? And if I'm in that, she loves to be in that hammock. Don't you, girl? Oh, now you're not gonna come sit on me? Yeah. She's so tiny. Go, Moo Moo, go, girl. Oh, Jasper, I'll let you in because I know the goats will get you. Go. Go in the house. Go. That's one thing I don't like about Maybelline. She's really hard on my cats. But I do understand that cats are predators, but not house cats. But that cat I just let in about a year or so ago, she had him pinned up against the side of the house, was just nailing him. I know, she's a lot of fun right now. The yard is a lot of fun with all the babies in it. But look, I mean, she's got a leaf in her mouth. She's trying. Her name is very fitting, I think. Moo Moo. Da Moo Moo. The two little black dots where her horns are. It surprises me that she's trying to nibble on stuff at this age. Oh, it's okay, honey. That scare you? It's all right. It's all right, Nala. That was loud, though. I get it, girl. Yeah, those little... Isn't that cute? That's a really neat little marking where those little horns are going to be. I've wondered... Her umbilical cord hasn't dropped yet. It's healthy. It's dry. But she hasn't lost it yet. She's gotten pretty tall. Her ears didn't stay like Maybelline's. Hers straightened up. Oh, 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 goodness. Maybelline's got wompy ears. Three weeks. I love to sit out here at night and let her out and just watch her. 2 nights ago, she discovered heights. She started jumping up there. She hasn't gotten on that gray thing yet. Not that I've seen it anyway. Yeah, I kind of figured it'd be any time it would fall off. I think Maybelline looks so skinny, but I'm kind of used to her having a little chunk. But would you like me to help you? I can help you, lady. Here. This needs to be cut off anyway. It's just a sucker. Oh, there you go, Mom. Does that make it nice? Hmm. Oh, hello, Moo Moo. She doesn't have any tan on her like her mom. When Maybelline was born, she had her brown patches. She did develop more like this and this, some of those lighter spots as she got older. Hi, Nala. You want some too? Come on. Quit knocking me around. I'm not your jungle. Oh, both of you up here? Okay, girls. I should just cut this so you guys can have the whole branch. A little at a time, ladies. Da moo moo. Love the way it sounds. Can I get the deer fly that's on you? There we go, girl. Ladies. No, but I've thought about it. I've really, really thought about it. They could do a lot of clearing over there for me. And I mean, I don't think Joe would be opposed to me bringing them to his property. I mean, that'd be a lot of driving, but I've kind of talked about that jokingly. And he's like, well, there's plenty of area they could clear here. It'd be good for them. Because they are solely reliant on my pocketbook for feed. I do go cut branches down and stuff about twice a week. I sneak out in those woods and go get them cuttings. She's starting to get her beard. Trixie, I saw that girl. I saw you lunge at that glass at the goat, you silly dog. I'm gonna milk you tonight. You're a little off balance there, lady. Yeah. You're pretty cute, girl. Oh, I want to go around here and check her out. She's going to look defeated. Did I fix it where you can't get over? Huh. Well, I'll be. Kind of makes me nervous about trying to do that is I don't want Bowser to realize that you can be on the other side of the fence. That's the only thing that's ever bothered me. There's so much over just right on the other side of my fence they could clear. when you see that, you know they'd be much happier if they could eat like that. She's like, give me those oak leaves. I want them. Here, Maybelline. I'll do you a favor, honey. I mean, I even keep them back here so I can sneak on that bed. Here, girl, you can have all these suckers. Nala, do you want some, honey? There you go. Well, good girl, Moo. Just really surprises me to see you trying food that early. It's a good thing. It's a really good thing. Maybe you won't look at that. Just chewing that branch down. Good girl, honey. Oops. Y'all can't see. Dang it. Sorry. Look at her. I mean, she's really chowing down on food. I didn't expect her to want to even try stuff like that yet. I thought she'd be a couple months old. It's a good thing. Maybe she'll be easy to wean, and maybe I can wean her early if she's going to eat good. No, he's never tried to escape. Hey, Patel, how are you? Good morning. No, he's never tried to escape. But sometimes I believe if you keep them in a confined world, they don't know they can. Uh, I mean, she's gnawing on the tree. It's so cute. Not yet, Maybelline. I'll get you, though. I'll get you, girl. I think it's good, too. She does seem independent. She's definitely not as friendly as Nala and Maybelline. But she realizes, I think, that I'm not going to do anything to hurt her. Maybelline and Nala came to me super friendly. Just to see her so little. Running around with branches hanging out and stuff is so cute. Hi, sweet Maybelline. Oh, honey. I'll give you your grain after a while. It's too early yet. Oh, don't be scared. You're all right, girl. Go. Oh, we got baby goat zooming. Nothing cuter. She thinks she's queen of the yard already, doesn't she? Hi, Nala. What's she doing, Nala? What's she doing, honey? Oh. Nala, the bottom of the tripod is not for you to rub your horns on, baby. Goofy goats. Oh, hello, Raj. Hello, honey. Good day, good day. Look at Maybelline crawling in the fire pit. Really, Maybelline? Get out of there. I gotta go see what's going on with the chicks over there. I can hear that one just going. Oh, never mind. It's quiet now. Look at her. Now the baby's in there. Ladies. No, she's deciding she can't get in there. Oh. I've got a rooster staring at me. What are you staring at me for, Whitey? I'm not going to open the gate. Raj, did you sleep good, hon? Moo-moo. Moo-moo. Maybelline, get down from there. Thank you. Oh my gosh, did you listen? I'm going to get my water gun after you. Don't you do it. No, ma'am. Oh, you heard water gun and you said, okay, I'm done. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that. I will squirt you. You don't need to be jumping my gates. Really, girl? What are you doing? Here. Okay. Both of them walked out. Huh. Okay, give me this. I don't want anybody to get hurt. Okay. Now, we don't need to be doing all this yet. Girl, what are you doing? I think everybody's trying to tell me they want to eat dinner. Thank you. Maybelline, seriously? Oh, well. She just jumped the fence. There's chicken feed in here. That's why she can't be in here. Oh, it's all right, Moo Moo. She just abandoned her child, that's for sure. Get away from that food. Get. Nala, get. Nala, get. You guys, it can kill you, dummies. Yes, ma'am. We're here. There's discombobulation, but the world didn't end. Man, she jumped the fence. It's been a while since she's done that. Not the chicken yard or the rabbit yard, but it's been a while since she's been able to get into that chicken yard. And I even put my tools there, thinking it would be a deterrent. But it wasn't. Oh, can't put it there or you'll eat it. How about? You want to come out, Bowser? All right. I'm going to shut the door then. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to just freak out. It's all right. I wish you guys would tame down like the chickens do. Do turkeys tame down? Or I've heard that some of them can be really, really friendly. My day is all right. It's been all right. Oh, there's an egg out here. This is not where eggs belong. Look at that. How was your night, Raj? My morning was quite awful, but it's over. Do the turkeys tame down and are they friendly like chickens? No, I haven't had any trouble with predators. Um, Bowser's really been working the fence line. It's it's clicked with him his job. Um, so I'm not sure if you guys are hearing this. Let's see. It shouldn't be on mute. Is it still on mute? Shouldn't be on mute. Will a tom go after your chickens? And what I mean is, to breed. I mean, that's why you shouldn't have one Drake with your chickens. I would be worried about like my little tiny chickens if that could be an issue. And I don't want to build separate runs. Adding a separate little housing area, that I can do, but I don't want to add separate runs. Raj, can you hear me? No, I haven't had dinner yet, Raj. But it's always best that Tom has at least one lady, right? I would think that turkeys would be like any other type of barnyard bird, that they would need their own type for companionship. No, I haven't watched your new one. I watched The Bridge yesterday, but you have the new one to put out that I haven't watched yet. This evening I'll have time to watch it. I watched a couple YouTube videos last night and then I watched regular TV for a while. What did you find, Whitey? None of them are paying attention to you, are they? Oh, here comes a couple. You worked hard for them to come over there, didn't you, bud? I love that rooster. My day hasn't been too bad. It started off with a huge bang. Do you want to come outside, Belle? Want to come outside, Trix? You gonna hang with me? Not Bowser? You don't want to come out? Come on out, bud. Jasper, you're coming? You'll come hang with me, Trix? Hi, sweet girl. Oh, yeah, I love you. Hi, Jasper. Be careful, buddy. The goats are loose. No, you go back in the house. Hi, Breeze. The goats are loose, honey. This morning, Raj, I woke up to no payroll check. So then I deal with that a little bit, and then I start my car to get ready to go to work, and my car locked itself while it was running. I had to call people to come over, and two people said that they didn't know how to help, which that's fine. And then one person didn't really want to help because he had worked all night the night before, and I started that girl thing, but and he was like, I'll be right there. And he got into my car. Thank goodness, because I was almost on empty and the car had been running about an hour. Because it takes him about 25 minutes just to get here. Hey, are you having nachos? Breeze, honey, I don't think you're going to want to go in there. The goats are in there, honey. I will be so glad for June 2026 to be over. I can't wait for this month to be over. I'm going to celebrate this month being over. Nachos sound pretty good. I've got all the fixins for that. But I also have goat cheese and fresh tomatoes and homemade bread. Oh, Breeze, it's so nice to have you outside, honey. Yes, it is. You feel better? It's been a while. Have you settled down? You don't seem to be as tense. No, you seem to be better. All I can do about a month like this month is just be glad it's over. Hi, baby. In about 3 minutes, I'm going to end this. It'll be 3 hours. I am hungry and my goats need to eat still. And I do think I'm going to try to milk Maybelline tonight. She looks really off balance back there. Yeah, that's what sounds good to me. Grilled cheese and tomato. That sounds really good. I'm gonna have to go raid Stephanie's refrigerator in a couple days for more for more milk. She gave me a half a gallon the other day. She's getting a pretty good surplus, I think. Oh, Breezy, it's okay. You came running back because the goats are in there, huh? Oh, good girl, Mama. It was very nice of her. I knew she had made goat cheese, and I was hinting I wanted some the day that she was going to make it. And I went over there, I think it was the next day or the day after that. 70 didn't say nothing. Leo looked at me and he goes, "Hey, do you want some goat cheese?" I was like, "Yes, I do." He's really a thoughtful little guy. I love you, Bruce. Yeah, I do. I love you. Bless you. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I'm starving and my goats need to be fed. Everybody be safe and stay kind. We'll chat later. Bye. Yes, she just makes the soft cheese, Uncle Bob. Yes, ma'am. Oh, no. I know the house is open. Door's shut now. You can't get in there. All right, I am going to go now. Everybody have a good night.